We want to take you now to Los Angeles, where the city's mayor is speaking to reporters. Let's watch.
Was the president of the Fire Commission telling Chief Crowley to do an after-action report on the fires? The fire chief refused. We all know that 1,000 firefighters that could have been on duty on the morning the fires broke were instead sent home on Chief Crowley's watch. These actions required her removal. While the department is in the experienced and expert hands of Chief Villanueva, my office will lead a national search, and I will speak directly with firefighters and Angelenos about what they want to see in the next fire chief. I will use a similar process as I did in searching for our police chief. The business of the fire department and the city will continue. Our heroic firefighters are on the job in our firehouses, engines, trucks, and ambulances. The recovery of the Palisades is months ahead of expectations. Los Angeles is moving forward on all fronts, and we will keep moving forward together. I'd now like to introduce the Chief of Los
Well, thank you, Madam Mayor. I am humbled by your confidence in me. I've spent 41 years at the Los Angeles City Fire Department, working alongside the finest fire professionals in the world. Leading them is an honor of a lifetime. I pledge to the mayor, our firefighters, and to the people of Los Angeles is that the Los Angeles City Fire Department will be prepared. The Los Angeles City Fire Department will respond, and the Los Angeles City Fire Department will keep you safe. And to all the firefighters, I want you to know the love that I have for this department is the reason I'm coming back in this capacity. I watched last month as you were in the fiercest firefight in Los Angeles history, bravely battling the fires for days on end. I am grateful to work alongside all of you once again. Thank you very much.
And before I open it up for questions, let me acknowledge the President of the City Council, Marquise Harris Dawson, Councilmember Curran Price, Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, Councilmember Adrien Nazarian. Yes.
Well, I've got a question for you. You said that removing Chief Crowley is in the best interest of Los Angeles public safety. What specifically did she do to endanger public safety?
Well, as I mentioned, 1,000 firefighters who could have been on the job fighting the fires were sent home. The other thing that I mentioned is that I said after the fires were out, after the rain had stopped, that a full investigation would begin. One step of that investigation was to do an after-action report, of which she refused.
So we knew the 1,000 firefighters could have been called in the day after the fire. What changed?
What changed?
Because you said you weren't planning on firing her on January 11th.
Oh, well, let me just be clear. As I just said, while Los Angeles was on fire, after that we had rains. I was not going to do any. Next.
Are we still in a state of emergency?
No, we are not in a state of emergency right now. Next question.
Mayor.
Yes.
The chief, I assume you met. I assume this is not a decision you made this morning. When did you meet with Chief Crowley, former Chief Crowley?
About an hour ago.
And how did the meeting go?
It was very brief.
And did she tell you anything about why she did what she did?
It was a very brief meeting, no.
And the investigation
Yes.
that she didn't participate in?
Yes.
How did she not participate? Exactly.
Well, what I said is that the president of the Fire Commission told her to do a after-action report. She refused to do the report.
Did she give a reason for refusing?
Next.
Yes, thanks, Madam Mayor. Did the former chief ever talk about, what plan was in place, where she had positioned the firefighters? Is that become clear to you?
No, it is not. Next question. Yes.
Is the city required to do an after-action report under Title 19?
Yes, it is required. I don't know about the title that you just mentioned, but yes, it is.
Do you understand if the LA County Fire Department is doing?
I do not know that. Yes?
You have said that Chief Crowley did not call and inform your office ahead of time as they have done with previous fires. I'm wondering, what's the person they called before previous fires? Your deputy mayor of public safety, Brian Williams, who's on leave.
What I can tell you is that what has happened in the 2+ years I've been here, every time there was a weather emergency or even a hint of a weather emergency, the chief has called me directly. She has my cell phone. She knows she can call me 24/7. And she briefed me, and then we would talk about what needed to happen next. That did not happen this time. Yes.
You had no idea
Yes.
before you went to Ghana?
Excuse me? Yes. I don't know her justification. She was asked this week. I learned about this yesterday.
She was asked this week.
Yeah, it was this week. Yes.
See any of the forecasts before you went to Ghana?
Yes.
What was the reasoning for not having the 1,000 firefighters?
I don't know. I don't know what the reason was.
Did you
Yes.
see any of the forecasts before you went to Ghana?
No.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
When did you first speak to her on the 7th or 8th? When did you connect?
I spoke to her the evening of the 7th.
Evening of the 7th?
Yes,
Ghana time or-
exactly, which was the morning here. So it was after the fires started. But let me just be clear. Los Angeles needs to move forward. This is a new day. I am excited to welcome our new chief, who was a 41-year veteran of the fire department. He is well known. He is well liked. He knows most of the members of the city council, except for our 2 members that were recently elected. And it is our plan to continue moving forward. We want to have the full investigation that the governor has ordered and the investigation that we will do locally. Yes.
Thank you again. I wanted to back up a little bit because I think you actually spoke with the chief, because I heard it live on KNX News at 12:47 p.m. local time. You're in West Africa, the chief is here, and you're on KNX News talking about the fire.
Yes.
Disaster, and you're praising Chief Crowley for pre-positioning units that were necessary in vulnerable places. You're also praising her leadership, and you said something to the effect that LAFD is always ever ready.
And needless to say, I did not know all the facts, but I had spoken to her maybe a couple of hours before that. Yes.
And, 2 quick questions. In terms of investigations, and since we're looking at the part, is there any calls for the firing of EWB's chief over the issue of the reservoirs being up in that area? Are you looking into that? Is that a possibility?
There will be an investigation of the water situation as well, and that will be done by the governor.
The same thing with the issue of fire hydrants?
Yes.
Didn't have any?
All of that is being examined at the governor's initiation, and we might do something locally as well.
And to those who might say, it's also a reaction to her criticism to your office about the budget and what it's under.
Let me just be clear about the budget. The fire department was not cut. I have done 2 budgets in my time here. In both budgets, the budget was increased, and I will anticipate that it will be increased this time as well.
I see you have 4 members of city council behind you.
I'm sorry?
I see 4 members of city monitor credentials. Planning to fight it? Do you think that you have enough support on the council to avoid getting a 10 vote over?
I believe that there is a lot of support on the city council. Yes?
Does this add to the sense of upheaval that has been going on for the last 5 weeks? You had tensions with Lindsay Horvath, you had back and forth over Steve Soboroff's pay.
You know-
Now is a new, potentially destabilizing event.
I am very happy that the rebuilding, the restoration, the clearing of the fire, of the debris is moved forward way ahead of time. We have just experienced the worst natural disaster that our city has ever experienced. It would be wonderful to think that everything would be smooth every step of the way, but I don't believe that that is realistic. I think we are standing together. I think we're standing strong, as evidenced by the leadership of the City Council being here with me, with members of the City Council, and there's many more that are not here. We have worked very well together. Now, are there differences along the way? Of course they are. Yes.
Your comments about not getting a phone call from Crowley, I think that for some people, they see you as the top of the food chain. You're in charge. You're supposed to be the one getting information from people, and you're not supposed to blame others. You're supposed to be responsible.
Let me just say that yes, as the mayor of the city, the buck stops with me. I am in charge. However, the person in charge of the fire department, as I mentioned before, whenever there was a fire emergency, a weather emergency, or a hint of a problem, I am contacted directly, and not just by Chief Crowley, but by any of the heads of the departments. As you know, we have over 40 departments. I'll take a couple more. Yes.
My understanding is that
Do you only get your information from your aides and chiefs and things like that, or do you watch other outside news sources?
Oh, I watch news all the time. Yes.
Any sense of where the fire unit stands on this decision?
I do not know. Okay, one final question from you. You've not asked a question.
Possible Villanueva, any plans for the department when you come in? ¿Y en español? No sé si habla español.
Sí lo hablo. I just plan on moving forward. I want to move the department forward and take care of our firefighters. So I don't want to look backwards. I don't want to look to the past like the mayor stated. I just want to look for the future. Quiero nomás que los bomberos vean el futuro y la gente también de la ciudad de Los Ángeles. Yo estoy bien orgulloso de estar en esta posición, este puesto, y doy gracias a todos. Gracias.
Thank you very much.
National Weather Service forecast at City Hall.
Thank you very much.
All right, everybody, we have been listening to Los Angeles City Mayor Karen Bass make an announcement that she has relieved the duty of the fire chief, Kristin Crowley, effective immediately in the wake of the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles County. Here's what we know. Kristin Crowley was the 19th fire chief of the Los Angeles Fire Department, a 22-year veteran. She took the oath of office on March 25th, 2022, becoming the first female and LGBTQ fire chief in the department. Bass has appointed former Chief Deputy Ronnie Villanueva, a 41-year-old Los Angeles fire veteran, 41-year veteran of the department, as interim fire chief. Now, the mayor was asked what specifically Crowley did to hurt public safety in the wake of these fires, and the mayor repeated something that she had said in the press briefing, and that is 1,000 firefighters who could have been on the job the morning the fires erupted were sent home per Crowley's instruction. The mayor continued by saying after the fires were out and the rain had stopped, a full investigation would begin, and one step of that was to do an after-action report, of which she refused. Now, the mayor had said multiple times throughout the disaster she had full confidence in Chief Crowley, and so she was asked about that by a couple of different reporters. Her own words, basically, that she wasn't planning on firing her, and the mayor said that while Los Angeles was on fire, we had rains, and that she was told she wasn't going to do anything about that report. She says she didn't know the full picture at the time when she was making those public comments. She said anytime there had been a previous disaster or hint of a disaster risk, that Chief Crowley had her cell phone and would call her cell and brief her. The mayor said that did not happen this time. Now, a little bit more context behind the story. We know state and city leaders are pushing to quickly rebuild the more than 15,000 burned structures. Of course, there are some experts questioning whether rebuilding in those areas with an elevated risk of wildfires, that urban wildland interface, is the right thing to do. We also know this was a 40-year drought. Vegetation, explosive Santa Ana winds in a heavily populated area that created this recipe for disaster in Los Angeles this January. The wildfires tragically claimed 26 lives. destroyed thousands of homes, displaced more than 150,000 residents. Rebuilding is going to be incredibly expensive and take many, many years. I want to bring in CBS News correspondent Carter Evans. Carter, I believe you were inside that press conference. There have been reports of tension between Mayor Bass and Chief Crowley leading up to today. How do we get to this point?
Yeah, well, the reports of that were happening the day after the fire. The chief was saying that the mayor's budget cuts to the fire department affected their ability to respond. Today, the mayor said that that was not the case, but she did say that her decision to remove the chief from office was in the best interest of Los Angeles public safety. Now, I asked her specifically what the chief did to put the public in danger. And she said that the chief did not leave 1,000 firefighters on duty that could have been on duty the day of the fire, and that was how she put the public in danger. She also said that the chief refused to complete an after-action report when asked. Now, here's another thing. There's been a lot of controversy about the mayor's trip to Ghana during this fire, and she has said that she did not get the information that she needed from the chief to know that this was going to be such a severe weather incident, such dangerous fire conditions. I asked her, though, if she had seen any of the news warnings in the days before. And these were dire warnings from the National Weather Service, warning of the worst winds we have seen in years coming ahead, potentially life-threatening conditions. And she said she had not seen any of those warnings.
And Carter, that is also significant because the mayor took a controversial trip to Ghana when this was erupting. She at the time was traveling as representative of the Biden administration. She told a local affiliate there, the ABC affiliate, she now says that that trip was a mistake. But can you explain that and sort of the heat that she has received as it, you know, in the context of this full situation?
Right. You know, while Los Angeles was experiencing its worst natural disaster in history, perhaps the most costliest natural disaster in this country's history, the mayor was out of town. She was at a delegation in Ghana, and she was actually posting pictures, reportedly, of a cocktail party there while this fire was going on. And she was asked if she regrets going to Ghana, and she says, yes, she does, and that she wouldn't have gone if the chief had told her that the conditions were going to be this bad. And she says the chief never gave her a call ahead of time. Now, the fire department has disputed that, but she now says she saw none of those other forecasts days in advance,
Carter,
warning of dire, deadly fire conditions.
I hate to put you on the spot, but does that pass your smell test?
I don't know. It's hard to imagine that you couldn't see those. I mean, pretty much everybody in Los Angeles was prepared for it. You know, I live in the Palisades area. We all knew to prepare. We all knew what was coming days in advance. All of my neighbors knew. I don't know how you could miss that news.
She and the new interim chief today said they just want to move forward. What do we know about the new interim fire chief, Ronnie Villanueva?
We know he's got 41 years of experience. He knows the department in and out. He said he's proud to lead this department. This is one of the biggest honors of his life, and he's happy to do it. They're also going to mount a national search for a new fire chief.
Carter Evans, thank you so much.